Hey everyone, and welcome back. Thanks for tuning into today's video, where we have an interesting topic for today if you're a Pixar Disney fan. Is Zurg really Buzz's father? Lightyear hints at Toy Story lie and some other Lightyear news we will be covering. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel so you can get updates when we post new content. Let's dive in. So what is Lightyear about? Pixar and Disney have published a new teaser for Lightyear, the origin tale of the iconic Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. The movie reveals the real-life, or human, Space Ranger that influenced the Pixar toy line. The animated sci-fi film, which features Chris Evans as the voice of Buzz, will be released in cinemas on June 17th. After being stranded on a desolate planet, Buzz blasts out into space in the trailer. The test flight finally puts him on strange planets where armies of robots and mysterious animals chase him. He's accompanied by a talking cat toy called Socks and other Space Rangers. Although it was established in Toy Story 2 that the Evil Emperor Zurg was Buzz Lightyear's father, the teaser for Lightyear suggests that this may have been a deception. Lightyear, which is set to broadcast on June 17, 2022, will examine the genesis story of Buzz Lightyear, who influenced his Space Ranger toy throughout the Toy Story movie franchise. While little story information has been divulged, Lightyear's most recent teaser indicated that Buzz and his crew had been stranded for a year on an unfamiliar planet. When they attempt to flee, it appears that they came into touch with Zurg and his men, establishing Zurg as a significant antagonist in Lightyear. Zurg was Buzz Lightyear's archenemy in the Toy Story series, appearing in the same line of toys as him. Because he was only referenced in the original Toy Story film, he reappears as a minor adversary in Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 maintained this spoof by admitting that Zurg was Buzz's father in an elevator battle scene toward the conclusion of the film. Zurg even remarked openly in the reference to Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, "No, Buzz, I am your father." Similarly, Lightyear's new conception of Zurg appears to exclude Buzz from being his son. According to the clip, Buzz and his colleague Space Rangers will encounter Zurg for the very first occasion while in space. Furthermore, Lightyear appears to have changed Zurg's design, rendering him less like Darth Vader. While being followed by a mysterious entity, most likely Zurg, Buzz shouts, "We're being pursued by simply a gigantic robot." This implies that instead of a guy in a suit, Zurg is an alien cyborg in Lightyear, rendering him unfit to be Buzz's father. While there is still a chance that Lightyear may feature a surprise about Buzz's father designing the Zurg robot, it is more probable that Buzz and Zurg will have no family link. You'll notice that Lightyear doesn't look like it's from the same universe as Toy Story. Lightyear will transport the audience to the world of Toy Story to tell the tale of the guy who influenced the Buzz Lightyear toy. Despite the fact that the film is tied to Toy Story, it looks little like those films. Pixar continues to be a force in the world of animation, publishing at least one film each year, and 2022 will see two films from the production company, Turning Red, which will be released on Disney Plus in March, and Lightyear, which will be released in June and will have a real theatrical release. Lightyear, directed by Angus MacLane, will not chronicle the origin of Buzz Lightyear, but rather the story of who inspired the renowned toy. Lightyear will follow youthful test pilot Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans, on his quest to become the Space Ranger everyone now knows and loves. Lightyear will encounter various strange species in space and will face the terrible Emperor Zurg. Lightyear's marketing campaign started in October 2021. Although there has only been one teaser and a full trailer so far, it has been enough for audiences to recognize that it is nothing like the Toy Story movies. Viewers have also noted variations in animation technique, with Lightyear being more realistic and stylized, which matches with the film's more adult but still family-friendly tone. Lightyear seems to be a fantastic addition to the Toy Story film series, bringing a touch of reality without completely sacrificing the imagination that has made this world so famous and beloved by generations of fans. Next, Lightyear doesn't depict toys, but real Space Rangers, aliens, and threats. Another reason that Lightyear can be confusing for some viewers is that it doesn't follow the Toy Story storyline at all. With one major exception, the move away from toy characters means it will be incredibly difficult to add Toy Story crossover figures apart from Buzz and his enemy Zurg. The green aliens discovered in a claw vending machine at Pizza Planet could be the only Toy Story creatures that can cross over into Lightyear. The lime-skinned alien toys feature 3 eyes, 3 fingers, and an antenna on top of their bizarrely shaped heads, as well as a costume with the pizza restaurant's insignia on the chest. While there is no evident connection here, here between the human Buzz Lightyear and squeeze toy aliens in the next Pixar picture, the space location and sci-fi tone of the story may give a reasonable justification for their presence. There is also precedence for the inclusion of extraterrestrial characters in Buzz stories, since they appeared in ABC's brief spin-off animated show Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. The extraterrestrials in Buzz Lightyear of Star Command aren't toys. They are in fact extraterrestrial species, some of them working as researchers beside Buzz at Star Command. If it is carried over into Lightyear, it is feasible that the Space Ranger may meet the extraterrestrial species that inspired the Squeeze toys, the Little Green Men. Other Toy Story figures are unlikely to appear, however they may emerge as toys for the kind of Easter egg links Pixar often puts in its films. Woody and other of the earlier toys might make an appearance in the plot, possibly in the backdrop of shots. If the Pizza Planet Diner plays a role in the plot, the alien toys may also make an appearance in Lightyear. Is Emperor Zurg the main villain in Lightyear? Zurg seems to be the major antagonist in Lightyear. However, he may not be battling alone. An army of what seems to be four-eyed robots is seen racing about with large weaponry in the trailer. They aren't seen battling with Zurg, therefore it's unknown how they figure into the movie's broader narrative. However, there is a scene in which a bunch of them try to rush through a pair of doors before they shut, giving the impression that Buzz doesn't want them in there. In addition to that, there's a snake or tentacle-like monster that grips and pulls various individuals around Lightyear. It's unknown where they wind up or why they're taken. When this happens, though, the characters don't appear to mind too much. They simply go about their business, thus it may be something that occurs often as a result of where they reside. Where is Lightyear in the timeline of the Toy Story universe? Because Lightyear is set in the same world as Woody, it's plausible that the animated film is set decades before Andy receives Buzz the action figure. Toy Story takes place around 1995. By the time Andy obtains the scaled-down version of Buzz, the Space Ranger has become rather famous, so much so that Andy's pals are amazed his mother was able to get one from their shop. One might think that the events might take place in the late 1960s or early 1970s, closer to the landing on the moon, which made Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin household names. However, given that the figurine Buzz was such a big product in Toy Story, it's more plausible that Lightyear is set around the late 1980s or early 1990s to correspond with Buzz's peak of recognition and attention. That time frame corresponds to the Toy Story films. It may have taken some time for Buzz Lightyear the astronaut to gain enough popularity to warrant the creation of a toy. Andy is 6 years old during the first film, therefore he most likely saw Buzz's first flight when he was 4 or 5. Lightyear was most likely published around 1993. To that end, Lightyear is incredibly meta, since it's a film about a fictitious character based on an in-universe film that inspired Toy Story's Buzz and his programmed space adventures, including Star Command, just as Woody's Roundup brought Sheriff Woody the toy to life. When it's published in June 2022, Lightyear will finally clear up the confusion over where it fits in the Toy Story chronology. When will Lightyear be released? It may feel like it's a long way away, but Lightyear is projected to release on June 17, 2022. This will follow 3 months behind the Pixar release of the film Turning Red. In terms of whether or not Lightyear will be released concurrently with Disney+, the box office success of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings has persuaded Disney to grant theater-only releases to several of their 2021 films, and likely anything after that. Unfortunately, Lightyear's prospects of obtaining a regular theatrical release got significantly less when Disney revealed that Turning Red will be the third Pixar film in a row to debut exclusively on Disney+ for free. Lightyear is unlikely to face the same fate, given that the picture is already based on an established IP, but we'll have to wait and see. And that is all we have for today's video. Thanks for watching.